John chapter 16, verses 1 through 4. You ready? It says this. It says, I have told you these things so that you won't abandon your faith. For you will be expelled from the synagogues, and the time is coming when those who kill you think they are doing a holy service for God. This is because they have never known the Father or me. Yes, I am telling you these things now, so that when they happen, you will remember my warning. I didn't tell you earlier because I was going to be with you for a little while longer. What Jesus is doing here in John 16 is he's preparing his disciples for persecution. He's telling them that there's going to come a time where they are killed, and the people that kill them think that they're actually honoring God. You see, the people that killed the Christians were people that thought they were honoring God. Think about the Apostle Paul. When he was Saul, he was killing Christians because he thought he was honoring God. He thought that Christians were speaking blasphemy by claiming another way to heaven or another Messiah. And so Paul, or Saul at the time, in his zeal, he was killing Christians, and he thought he was honoring God, but little did he know he was doing the devil's work. And God had to kick him off his horse and speak to him and said, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? What's really amazing about this passage is that if you look at the history, just the history, all of the disciples died for their faith. Andrew was said to be crucified in modern-day Turkey. Thomas was claimed to have preached as far as India, and then people say that he died. Church history says that he died when he was pierced through the spears of 4 soldiers. Philip was arrested for preaching the gospel and put to death. Matthew, the tax collector, ministered in Persia and Ethiopia, and people say that he was stabbed to death in Ethiopia. Bartholomew was also a martyr. Josephus reports that James was stoned and then clubbed to death for his faith. Simon, the zealot, was ministering in Persia and was killed after refusing to sacrifice to the sun god. Matthias was burned to death. John was boiled alive and then cast out to the island of Patmos, where people think he died after that, just out of old age. But he was persecuted really in an intense way. He should have died, but God had him stay alive. Peter was crucified upside down. He said, I'm not even worthy to be crucified the way Christ was. Crucify me upside down. Jesus said in verse 1 of chapter 16, I have told you these things so that you won't abandon your faith. You see, guys, when times get hard, we might not have the same level of persecution, but we should prepare for intense persecution because we cannot deny our faith no matter what, even if it comes to the point of death. Jesus said, I've told you this in advance so you won't abandon your faith. Will you abandon your faith when times get hard? Will you abandon your faith when you're hated for being a Christian?